Hey guys, it's me, 80 Summer Before. Today, guys, we're doing our second confederation for the qualifiers of the World Cup, guys. Guys, this month is going to be a huge month for the qualifiers, guys. We will know every nation that's qualified from this region. And, guys, AFC, man, is going to be very dramatic, guys. It's going to be very dramatic, especially in Group B. And, man, it's going to be crazy indeed. So, we're going to go ahead and look at the matches right now, guys. And we're going to go ahead and do some predictions, guys. We're going to do some predictions. Obviously, I can't really go too much in depth because we have so many games to discuss. But I'll give you guys my brief thoughts on every single match played, the final matches. So we're going to go ahead and talk about these matches. Okay, so if you guys, like I said, guys, new around here, stay tuned to the end of the video. And if you guys did enjoy, you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button down below. Like the video as well if you did enjoy. Let's get started, guys. Let's go ahead and get started indeed. So we're going to go ahead and get back to the thing here. So let me go ahead and go by date here. Where is this? Okay. So we have our games coming up on Thursday. We have Australia versus Japan. This is a very interesting one. Australia, that draw against Oman, they blew it at basically the last couple of minutes. And for Australia in particular, man, this is a huge month for them because, like I said, Australia have some crucial games coming up this month. You have Japan and Saudi Arabia. Japan's at home, Saudi Arabia's on the road. And if Australia really wants to get that direct spot, they pretty much have to win this game. And you guys can see the head-to-head record. They actually have never beaten Japan in their history. And so that's going to be very, very interesting. 3 games ended draws and 5 games have ended for wins. As for Japan, they're on the precedence of qualifying. I believe as long as they get a win and their next 2 games, they'll pretty much be good to go. And so it's going to be very interesting, guys. Can Australia actually beat Japan? Japan have looked really good, guys. I was really impressed with Japan's win over Saudi Arabia. I thought that was a very, very good win. And the last time the two nations met, Japan actually won 2-1 at home. Although, let's be real, guys, they were kind of somewhat lucky because they did get a own goal. So, this is going to be a very tough game, Gal. I'm going to go with a draw. I just feel like, for me, guys, when Australia plays against the big teams, they just underperform, man. I feel like they're just not good enough against the big teams. I'm sorry to say. And I look at the results they've had, against Saudi Arabia, got a draw, then against Japan, got a loss. I just don't think Japan will win any of their 2 games. I just think for Australia, man, it's just very poor, man. Australia, man, just not very happy with them. So, yeah, I do think Australia's not good in big games. So, I am going to go with the 1-1 draw. And, yeah, man, so I'm going to go with the draw for this game, guys. A draw for this game. 39% says Australia win, 18% says a draw, and 43% says Japan to win. So, we'll see what happens there. Actually, let's go ahead and do Group B first because we start with that one first. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird how they do the matches. So why is this not coming up? Why is the football matches? Why is it not working? Okay, here we go. We might just use the Google instead, or guys, or the Wikipedia, because this isn't working. Or maybe let me see here. Okay, actually, it's working here. Okay, so Then we have South Korea versus Iran. Guys, this is a dead rubber. This game doesn't really mean much. Obviously, I think both teams will still take the game seriously just because, like I said, they want to play for pride and, maybe improve their FIFA rankings. And obviously, both teams have ambitions to top the group, which doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with the draw for that game. 1-1 draw, I'll say. Then we have Lebanon versus Syria. Now, Syria are officially eliminated from World Cup qualifiers, guys. They will no longer be playing. They have no chance to get to the World Cup even by the playoffs, and so for Lebanon, this is a game that they simply have to win if they want to get that playoff spot, in which I do believe they'll win this game. I think this will be a very scrappy. I'm going to say they win 1-0. It's going to be a 1-0 kind of win in my opinion. They have Vietnam versus Oman. Vietnam is already eliminated. Oman is already eliminated. This is a dead rubber. This game doesn't really mean much. As I said, I'm going to go with Vietnam to win, though, because I do believe Vietnam at home will really give it the best effort, and you saw what that victory over China, how much it meant for them. So I feel like they'll win this game just because of the home team. So I'm going to say a 2-0 win at home. They have China versus Saudi Arabia. China's already eliminated, guys. Saudi Arabia have everything to play for to qualify, and I do believe Saudi Arabia will get a win on the road. I'm going to say they will win 1-0 on the road. Very scrappy game. Then we have Iran versus United Emirates. A huge game, guys. Huge game here, guys. And actually, let's go look at the head-to-head record real quick so you guys can see South Korea have actually won 1 game, 3 draws, 5 wins for Iran. So very interesting there. And then for Lebanon, Syria, 1 win for Lebanon. So that's actually the first time they played. Then Vietnam and Oman. Oman's actually got a win before, so that's interesting. And then we have China versus Saudi Arabia, the game that we're discussing about. Saudi Arabia's got a 1 win. China's got 1 win. But then for this one, guys, Iran versus United Emirates. Looks like the head-to-head. It's actually pretty competitive, guys. You got 5 wins for United Emirates, 3 wins for Iraq, and 2 end in draw. So Iraq versus UAE is a huge game, guys. I am going to say, though, I feel that UAE will get a draw for this game. And I feel like for me, Iraq is the draw masters. They're the draw masters. Look at their team form coming into this game. And yeah, it's just a bunch of draws. So I'm going to say they'll draw this game, which I think will be a good result for UAE. As for Iraq, it'd be a bad result because they pretty much have to win this game, in my opinion, to have a chance to get to that playoffs. So for UAE, I think it'll be a good result if they could get a draw. So I'm going to say, I'll say 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw. Okay, so then we have, moving on to the final match day, March 29th, we have these games here. So they have Japan versus Vietnam. Japan, I imagine they'll still go for this. Obviously they'll want to secure their spot in, and this is the final match day. I believe Japan will win against Vietnam. Vietnam have been very poor defensively. They've been conceding so many goals. And yeah, man, I do believe Japan will win this game. I'm going to say they win 3-1 at home against Vietnam. Then we move on to the next game we have is Iran versus Lebanon. Like I said, guys, this game doesn't really matter. Iran's going to win this game, in my opinion. I'm going to say they win 2-0 at home. And yeah, I feel like at this point, Lebanon will probably be eliminated by this point. So yeah, their form coming into this game is very good. Moving on, then we have UAE versus South Korea. It's a huge game for UAE here. And now South Korea have actually picked up 4 wins, which is very, very impressive. And for United Emirates, they need to essentially get at least something in this game. Whether that be a draw, whether that be a victory, because heading into this game, I believe they'll get 10 points. And they need to get something from this game because Iraq and Lebanon, they'll be very close upon them. And I do believe that they could hold South Korea to maybe a draw at home. Just because, like I said, I feel like South Korea by this point, well, like I said, they've already qualified through. And I feel like UAE have so much to play for. So I do believe this could be a draw. But something tells me South Korea might just edge this. So it's going to be a very scrappy, though. Very close game. I'm going to say it might end in a 1-1 draw, which will be a good result for UAE. And if they win this game, that'll be very, very good. But I don't think they have enough quality to win this game, unfortunately. So I'm going to say they get the job. They're going to get at least a draw, which will be enough for them. Yeah. Let's move on over to the next one. And then moving on, we have the next one match here, guys. It is Oman versus China. Like I said, guys, a dead rubber. Not really much to play for both teams. I do believe, though, Oman might win this game because they're at home. So I'm going to say they win 2-1 at home. But this could easily end in a draw. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, this game doesn't even matter at this point. So, yeah. I'll say 2-1 win. Just why not? And then finally, we move on to the penultimate match. We have Syria versus Iraq. This is a huge game for Iraq here. They need to get something from this game. They need to get at least a draw, in my opinion, to have a good chance. And the last time the two nations played, it was a 1-1 draw. Syria, just, guys, they've been very disappointed. I've been very disappointed in Syria, guys. They've been one of the worst teams in qualifiers, guys, in the final stage. And they've just been really bad, man. I mean, I'm really disappointed to see how bad they've been. They keep conceding so many goals. They just can't score goals. They've just all around been very disappointing. I do believe, though, for this game, guys, I'm going to go with Iraq to win 1-0 on the road. And yeah, man, so that'll be huge. And then finally, we move on to the final match, which is the big one. We have Saudi Arabia versus Australia for this one, guys. Huge match indeed. And this is very interesting here for Saudi Arabia. They actually have never won against Australia in their history. Wow. 2 draws and 4 wins for Australia. I think Saudi Arabia might actually create history. I think they might create history. And if there was a time for Saudi Arabia to win, it'd be here at home. And I actually believe they'll win this game 1-0. I've just been really impressed with Saudi Arabia has been doing the qualifiers. I think they've been very, very impressive. And as for Australia, I just feel like, once again, guys, like I said, they've just been really underperforming against big teams. So let's go ahead and go over the table permutations. So if the table goes as I predict, we'll have Iran and South Korea get the top 2. Like I said, no point in really discussing about top spot because they're both going to go through. As for third, so 6 will be Syria, guys. I believe UAE will get 2 points from this month, which will put them at 11. Lebanon, I believe they'll get 9 points. They'll get a win. And I believe Iraq will also get a win here. I think they'll get 4 points. So that would actually mean that UAE will actually take home the 3rd place. And they'll actually squeeze barely. And just by a smidge of margin. So congrats. I do believe UAE will make it through in 3rd place. As for Group B, guys, Group B. Okay, Saudi Arabia, I do believe they'll get 4 points this window, so that puts them at 23. Japan, I believe they're gonna get, I think they'll get a draw and a win, so that'll put them on 22. And then for Australia, guys, I actually believe they're gonna only get 1 point, so that'd be 16. So in that case, actually, Saudi Arabia would actually come first, Japan will come second, and Australia will come third, and they'll have to go through the playoffs. So for Australia, as I said, guys, they pretty much have to win both games this month. They pretty much have to win both games this month, and which will put them at 21 points. And yeah, that's going to be very difficult to do, especially for them, because their 2 last games will be very difficult for them. So we'll see what happens, guys. And so that means the playoff would be UAE versus Australia, and the 2 nations that will progress will be Saudi Arabia and Japan, Iran and South Korea. And then obviously we'll see which nation gets the intercontinental playoffs, and they'll be, of course, be playing the CONMEBOL nations. So like I said, guys, very interesting indeed. I want you guys to comment down below. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Because like I said, guys, it'll be very dramatic, especially Group B, guys. That's a group that I'm really looking forward to see how that finishes. And yeah, man, it'll be very, very interesting. Could Australia actually pull a miracle and actually qualify through? Because this will be very, very difficult in them. And yeah, dropping those points against Oman, China might end up costing them, guys. Might end up costing them big, big time. So, like I said, guys, comment down below your thoughts. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like this video if you did enjoy. Make sure you guys check out my podcast description below, my Twitter, Discord, email, and Twitch. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace out.